Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today into a pretty comprehensive guide, focusing entirely on SEO strategies.
Right, but specifically tailored for tech companies and startups.
Exactly. In the tech world, I mean, it's so incredibly competitive. Just having a product isn't enough, right? You've got to be found.
That's the core of it. This guide really lays out how to use search engine optimization, SEO, to actually cut through all that noise.
So our mission here is to pull out the absolute key insights from this guide to help you understand not just what to do, but like the how and the why behind using SEO effectively.
And why it's so critical. The guide kicks off with a big stat. Organic search apparently drives 53% of all website traffic.
Wow, 53%. So yeah, mastering SEO feels less like an extra and more like mission critical for growth, especially in tech.
Absolutely. And the guide explains why it's particularly vital for tech and startups. Visibility, obviously, is paramount when you're trying to scale in a really saturated market.
Makes sense.
And SEO offers this, well, uniquely scalable way to consistently reach those high-intent B2B buyers, the ones actively searching for solutions you might offer.
And it builds trust too, right? That brand credibility over time. The source also highlights something interesting. Tech buyers search differently.
Yeah, they're methodical, they're digitally fluent, they rely heavily on search for pretty much the whole decision journey.
From initial research all the way to comparing like specific technical details.
Exactly. And the guide really hammers this home. Your SEO strategy has to align with that specific detailed search journey. It's not generic.
Okay, so how do you start building that foundation?
First step, according to the guide, clear goals and KPIs, things you can actually measure, like increasing demo signups, maybe improving rankings for super niche terms, or reducing customer acquisition costs.
And making sure those goals tie back to the bigger marketing picture.
Right. And then the cornerstone, the absolute foundation the guide emphasizes, keyword research.
Ah, yes. Always key.
But it's not just about finding terms with high search volume.
Yeah.
It's digging into relevance, really understanding the intent behind the query, looking at the competition realistically.
And matching it all up with your buyer personas and the actual technical problems they're trying to solve.
Precisely. So beyond the what people search for, the guide gets into the technical stuff. Technical SEO. It calls this foundational because it ensures search engines can, actually access, crawl, and understand your website.
Things like site speed and mobile friendliness.
Yeah, hitting those core web vitals, Google talks about like how fast your page loads and becomes interactive. That's huge now.
And things like structured data or schema markup. I've heard about that.
Mm-hmm. Basically adding specific code to help search engines understand your content better, like if it's a software product page or an FAQ. This can help you get those rich snippets in search results.
The ones that stand out more.
Got it. Then you've got on-page SEO. This is about the actual content on the page. Crafting effective title tags, meta descriptions, good header structures, all signaling relevance clearly to both users and search engines.
Which leads nicely into the overall content strategy. The source really highlights creating that high-quality, keyword-driven content.
But crucially, content that matches the user's search intent at different stages. Awareness, consideration, decision, using diverse formats.
Like blog posts, detailed guides, maybe case studies.
Exactly. Technical content, too. And to really build authority, the guide mentions link building, running high-quality backlinks.
Not just any links, though.
No, quality over quantity, getting links from reputable sites, often by creating really valuable content yourself, like original research, data reports, stuff others want to cite. This builds your domain authority, which is super impactful in tech.
Okay, but the guide also warns about common mistakes, right? What pitfalls should tech companies avoid?
A big one mentioned is just ignoring technical SEO fixes. Broken links, pages that load super slowly. That stuff kills your performance.
Right. And overlooking keyword intent.
Yeah. Or having content gaps. You might rank for something, but if it's not what the user actually wanted, they just leave. High bounce rates. Not good.
And what about relying only on those super high volume, really competitive keywords, especially for startups?
That's another one. The guide suggests it's often smarter for startups to target more specific, lower competition, maybe long-tail keywords first, get some quicker wins, build momentum.
And the final big mistake noted, treating SEO like a one-off project. Set it and forget it.
Which you just can't do. Algorithms change, user behavior shifts, competitors adapt. It's an ongoing process. as the source really emphasizes.
Which brings us back to continuous monitoring and improvement. Using tools like Google Search Console, GA4, RFs, SEMrush, that's not optional, it's essential.
Absolutely. That's how you track what's working: traffic, rankings, conversions, and get the data you need to iterate and actually improve your strategy over time.
So it really hammers home that a strong SEO strategy for tech isn't magic. It's an ongoing data-driven investment.
Yeah, an investment in visibility, qualified traffic, and ultimately sustainable growth. That's the clear message from this guide.
Okay, so wrapping up. Considering that SEO is this continuous effort across technical stuff, content, links, and the guide stresses aligning specifically with that tech buyer journey, maybe the question for you listening is, where should you focus your initial efforts to get the biggest, most relevant impact in your particular tech niche? Something to really think about.